So today is Saturday, July the 8th, and I'm standing actually inside of the pool here that was built in 2016. And right now it's not in a very good condition. The grout's coming away, and the tiles are dropping off. It's been empty for a long time. And the last lot of rain that we had caused the pool to fill up again after it being cleaned. And this is what it looks like now. So that is the state of the bottom of the pool, which is very, very deep, by the way. And the rest of it is basically falling to pieces, as we can see. This was after, I think, the first year into the second year, 2020, 2021. In the middle of 2022, the pool was drained because it had gone green. There wasn't enough salt, and the equipment broke down, and so it couldn't be cleaned anymore. And the actual pump in there was pumping sand into the pool, so that wasn't working either. So I took the decision to empty the pool, and it's been like that since 2022. And the garden is I've just basically left it because June 2022 was the Precarious eviction in the court. It was meant to be a verbal hearing. Actually, there wasn't a verbal hearing. I recently found out that the free public solicitor that I had sent her. She'd asked if I wanted to have any questions asked. I said yes, I did have questions that wanted to be asked. She ignored that first. Then I recently found out that she had written to the court and said neither the plaintiff or the defendant understands Spanish, and there would need to be translation service. And me, right, her client, didn't have the funds to pay for translation service, and so it would fall to the court if she was to request to ask questions. So therefore, she wasn't going to ask any questions. And that was meant to be my defence. And she ignored every letter, every communication that I sent that explained my circumstances and why I was here. She just ignored it. At the very end, after the court, because she had told me a judge will order your eviction, the judge will evict you, and that's all the advice I was getting from this lawyer. She didn't listen to anything that had happened previous, right? She even sent me on a wild goose chase, basically, to go to social services. And when I got to social services, they tell me, oh, it's the lawyer who asks the court, and the court asks social services. So I was there completely on a wild goose chase that didn't exist, apparently. So this is the free legal advice I got from the College of Solicitors and the person that was appointed, meant to be helping, who didn't really help. 5 days before this hearing last year in June, I went to the court myself. I wanted to put evidence to the court myself because my lawyer, my solicitor, wouldn't put any evidence forward. So I'm in this court talking to a court official, explain the situation, and she tells me, sack that solicitor. She is not helping you. Make an official complaint. And I've got 5 days before the verbal hearing, so I was thinking, oh well, look, it's a verbal hearing, I'll be able to say something and it'll all come out. But when I get to the verbal hearing, nothing came out. I was silenced. I might as well stood there in the middle of the court with a piece of sellotape across my face saying I've been silenced, because that's how I felt. And I've now actually lodged a complaint about the situation. Not obviously straight away. It took me a number of months before I could come to that conclusion and come to that decision, but I did launch a complaint. I haven't heard anything, but this is Spain. And whether or not that complaint is at the bottom of a pile waiting to arrive at the top of the pile, I do not know. But we wait and see what happens.